Okay, we with Renwick Jupiter here, which is going to be going to deal a little bit with his Canadian roots. Well, I knew him from Morvan. I came up here and I met Winston here with Lover, and I fell, of course, into the Mover environment here in Toronto, and I met Bunny again, and I used to go and take a little scrimmage with them, and lo and behold, Mr. Jupiter evolved into the administrator of the what was called at the time Street Guy Soccer League. So maybe, Mr. Jupiter, you can just give your little thoughts on how your thoughts expanded from just scrimmaging and having fun to a league.
Well, that one's very interesting, you know, and I hope I don't I hope I don't affect anybody by what I'm going to say, but you know, like, basically my goal was to name a Street Guy Soccer League because it was soccer that was left on the street.
Correct, yeah.
And I'll explain. When we came to Canada, we had two teams for the West Indian community, which could have participated in organized soccer. That's Irie and West Indies United. And the only way you can get on one of these teams, or could have get on one of these teams, is if you played for one of the professional teams in Trinidad, or if you came from a college team in Trinidad. But if you didn't do any of the both, you won't recognize as a soccer player here. Okay. So I call it soccer that was left on the street. That's why it was named Street Guy Soccer League.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so, and it evolved. And it was very interesting because we started there, we squatted for the first year. And then when we realized that the road is being paved, we realized we have to go and make sure and get proper documentation so we can say.
Which
my wife
in
and I,
terms is like a permit.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So my wife and I went up to the North York City Council and sat there with this gentleman. He was very articulate and very cooperative. And that's when we actually brought the youth soccer at Flemingdon Park. Because he tell us we can have the park for the year, we could have the permit, come and get the permits every year and thing. But he remind me, he said if you have youths involved, the park would be your guys for as long as you want it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was we had under 23 and 79.
You got it.
1979.
And you guys, we checked the age, and the furthest we could have go is 23.
Yeah.
So we say 23 and under.
Yes.
And he told me, it's sad that I can't remember his name offhand, but he told my wife and I that,
I think it's Hans something.
Yeah, that this park will be you guys home forever, as long as you have youth participating in it. So we move on and up to today. I'm still saddened that they don't have a league there.
Yep.
No details, we don't go back and talk about anything negative. I'm saddened it doesn't have a league there, a West Indian league there today.
Yeah, I know you had a serious passion for that.
Yeah, we should be there today.
Yeah, I know.
And with the grace of God, you never know.
Yeah.
It might happen again.
Yeah. So, well, at this point, I would like, ladies and gentlemen, to also thank Mr. Jupiter, because at those times we don't know what the future holds, and in looking back now at my career, I want to thank him, you know, for being there and being that vehicle that I could, first he took me into the administration at this 1979 when the under 23 came in, and as most people know now, after all the years, it was my stepping stone to doing administrative work in soccer / football. and it has allowed me to travel the world, retire and travel the world and stuff. And we never know what's in the cards, but when you look back now, at least we have the opportunity to be together, for me to publicly thank him for giving me the opportunity, because we never know what's inside us in terms of whether we can, what our true abilities are until we get some type of opportunity. So I want to let you know that, Bunny, that that was my stepping stone to doing administrative, as I say in my bio, to doing administrative work in soccer slash football. And I know over the years now, in the recent years, I can feel the vibes from you in terms of, speaking to my wife and my children proudly of the work I did, and I want to let you know I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Right?
I like to stay in Toronto for a while,
Yeah.
because it's something a lot of people don't know, and it's not for me, but it's one of us.
Yeah.
It's not about me. But I was on the board of directors for all of soccer in Toronto for 2 terms, and
Yeah.
nobody knows about that.
MTSA.
Yes.
Metro Toronto Soccer Association. Yeah.
Yes, and as I say, it's not about me, but one of us
Yeah.
was on the board of all of soccer in Toronto.
Yeah.
So at least we step on that stone, and look where soccer is in Toronto right now today.
Yeah.
I was on the disciplinary committee for all of soccer in Toronto. All professional, non-professional soccer in Toronto.
But again, as you know, we don't always, a lot of people doesn't really know, and we don't always get the support, as you know, and you experience, and I experience, but we don't always get the support that, and a lot of people don't know, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing these videos and these interviews, because a lot of people need to know a lot more about our people and what they did and contributed.
Yeah.
So besides being on the board, on the other side now, are you up and coming minister? Or, I don't know what's happening. I know I come to one of your functions annually. I don't know what's. I don't know if you want to venture there, or we can.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a minister. I was asked if I want to be a minister, if I want to practice to be a minister, but I'll administer without being a minister.
Okay.
Because my favorite hymn is "Where He Lead Me, I'll Follow."
Okay.
And as we go in, and I'm on that term now, and overall, you don't know where you're going
That's what
unless you know where you came from.
Perfect.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I mean that literally.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here in my home with this interview on the grace of God. I'm living beyond my dream. Because when I was a little boy in Grey Hall, top of Clifton Street, 52A Clifton Street, where I was born, and I lived there for a few years, and this wasn't even my dream the way I'm living today. Especially with the family I have, my wife, my children, my grandchildren,
as we saw.
and my great-grandchildren,
Yeah.
that all born in this country. And I can't thank the Lord more.
Good.
And that's, can't do it without God.
Yeah.
I'll be on the ministry, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
You see, and I'm not here to put any people down again. I like to talk positive. But I can't heal nobody, but can advise you. I can pray with you, and if the Lord feel to bless you, He will bless you. But I'm not going out there and telling anybody, if you pick up this, that will happen and that will happen. I can't do anything for you. But through me, saying a little prayer with you, God might help us both. And that's, on that term, that's where I am with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would not be a minister, I don't want to be a minister. But I didn't get that calling yet.
Yeah.
And it's not once. I was approached many times. But like I said, where He lead me, I'll follow my favorite hymn.
But if I remember correctly, and knowing you and talking to you over the period of time, you had some little challenge even coming in to move on and stuff, and
Yeah.
you persevere and you reach the stage now.
Yes.
So people have to know that life
Yes.
isn't really that easy, and we go through things and we don't know the end of you know. We gotta keep looking for that light at the end of the tunnel, I guess.
And as I said again, every disappointment is for good. We are not looking to be disappointed in any way. But when things happen, it cannot be changed. And sometimes things happen so it will save you from some destruction further on. So you just have to take it as it comes. And I'm not here to preach to you, but you bring up the word minister. And my favorite verse in the Bible is Psalms 118 verse 24, and it says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. You will rejoice and be glad in it." So as long as I wake up in the morning, I thank the Lord. And He gives me strength, I feel strong. Even without strength, as long as I wake up in the morning, I know eventually strength will be there. All right. And for my family, this is my motto of my family. God is great. Family is power. Power not meaning that you're superior to anyone else, but with the grace of God and your family, mountains will be removed. And I mean that. Because you have family, I have 3 generations with the God bless me with when I come in this country. Every day is not going to be a rosy day as far as trials and tribulations concerned. But you learn from your trials and tribulations. And as I said before, some of the trials and tribulations save you from more trials and tribulations. So you just thank for the Lord for whatever He gave you and when you wake up in the morning.
So Bunny, I want to thank you for giving me this time and the information. May He continue to guide you and bless you and your family. You know, your wonderful wife out here. All right?
All right, I'll give you my last verse now. No weapon that form against me shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against me in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, said the Lord. Amen.
Amen. All right.